We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. Our ceremonial product comes courtesy of Roger Dams of Burn Your Tongue, cleverly not so hidden in the Quilted Bear in the Newgate Mall in Ogden, Utah. We raise our flames to Roger. The hallowed shelves of Burn Your Tongue now hold over 700 sauces, making Burn Your Tongue one of the largest sauce purveyors anywhere. If you're a chili head, you must make the pilgrimage. You can also find Roger on Facebook at the link in the description below.
And what this is from the Spicy Shark, it is hot honey. And what do we got here? Made in New England, eat the heat. So we have 3 shark fins out of 5, medium heat. We'll be interested to see if that is the case. So grade A honey, habanero, and cinnamon. Now, I passed on this a few times because I am not a fan of cinnamon particularly. But I had it on my list to kind of get to at some point. So it is clover, alfalfa, and goldenrod. And cinnamon. So, of course, honey, you can use this pretty much anywhere. And so just haven't tried any of this yet. Just cracking her on open for this review, and you can see, let's see if I can, very, very golden, very beautiful colored honey. I assume it's probably pasteurized. Usually I have raw honey. I don't see a reference to that, but that's my assumption. Usually these clear ones like this, see, it's completely clear, the transparent ones tend to be pasteurized. So either way, it's fine. Let's take a little look here. So it's got a sort of a golden hue that could be either the cinnamon or the habanero. Oh, whoa, look at that swirling. Wow, that is pretty. I don't know if it's supposed to do this, but that is gorgeous. I love that marble thing. That is so cool. Wow. Very, very, very beautiful, very glistening amber. It's almost like I have a solar system right here in my spoon. And let's taste that solar system. So there's cinnamon, definitely cinnamon, and there's honey with the cinnamon back into it. And let's have a little bit more of this. What this really tastes like, honestly, is like there's those really, remember the cinnamon hot candies? I hated those. But cinnamon hot candies, like the kids' candy, it really feels like a really amped up version of that is kind of what's in here. It's interesting because that flavor, you don't really get the habanero flavor at all. You just get that kind of that revved up little bit of heat. Take a little bit more. Oh, it's so interesting because some of this is almost it's just a very, very, the sort of light beigeish color. But then you get this kind of swirling. I think you guys can see that. You get this kind of little swirling pattern of amber just kind of weaving through it. That is just gorgeous. Delicious. This is a really outstanding product. I mean, it's really, really good. And I think so. I've had a lot of spicy peanut butters, and I think honey is actually probably going to be easier to really get good. You know, with heat, because it's borderline a sauce already in a lot of respects. So we're just gonna. All right, so half of an English muffin. I'm just gonna make. You know, I've said it before. You've seen it. If you've seen the peanut butter videos, you've seen it before numerous times. I'm just gonna make my sort of little pre-workout thing here, and the idea here is to, you know, kind of make sure that I have enough glycogen for a workout, because it'll whip through what's in my muscles, already with the muscles when they're working out, and you really don't want scavenging going on, and you can sometimes start to get a little bit of fat burning there too, but it's good to have some carbs in there on top of it, because then you can keep the intensity going, and it's a messy process to convert the fat, and it takes a little while. So it's good to make sure that you've got fuel in there prior to that. So, all right, we're just gonna throw. So I've had this. This has been my pre-workout for literally years, decades, and it is just this simple. It is a muffin, English muffin. Does not matter what kind. You're gonna be burning up all this in the workout anyway. Now I'm not gonna get you ready to go work out. I've already actually did my workout for today. But this is my main application of peanut butter and honey. Peanut butter here, so I try to be really cautious about the high sugar ones. This one it's just the store Kroger brand, but it is fairly low in sugar. There's a little bit of additional sugar to it, but when I look at how much of this I go through, and then I say, okay, well, am I going to buy a natural one that's just straight that? For what I use it for and how much I use it, you know, which is just basically what you saw there, it really becomes kind of academic. I have seen some of the commercial ones that are really high in sugars that I try to avoid those. So, okay, we don't need you here. You're not part of this. All right. Now, I went with a whole wheat muffin. Usually I don't do that. Usually I just get the white ones. That's why I've been trying out to get a little bit more fiber into things. But these are not honestly any good, so I won't be doing that again. Anyways, that is excellent. It's not quite keeping up with peanut butter though. So, nice. There. I don't want it to be a complete mess, but I'm not really trying for balance, right? I'm trying to actually see how this product works in this context, but it's really good. It's just a delicious honey. I don't dig the cinnamon, honestly, but it actually isn't bad here. It's not good. I would rather not have it be there, but it just reminds me kind of Christmas candies a little bit. Where they're more hyper sweet than actual cinnamony. Not bad. Not bad. I would not put this on pizza. I'll say it now. Let's look through what else we want to put on. Warm desserts. So an apple pie or something that already has cinnamon in it, fine. Like a nice honey apple pie, that'd be good. But all warm desserts, probably not. What else we got? Biscuits? Yeah. Biscuits tend to be higher in fat and carbs than I usually want. I try to limit things a little bit. Also, so the reason I picked these muffins is that it takes them, they're a bit lower on the glycemic index. So it takes a little bit for them to get processed and stuff. And that's what I want. I want something that's I can time it well enough to get it loaded, but I don't want it immediate. The immediate ones will tend to burn out really quickly. This one, it is still somewhat processing things once I start into my workout. So I have a hopefully steady stream of energy, but it seemed to work really well throughout the year. So waffles, sure. Pizza, no. I don't like cinnamon on pizza. Ribs, no. I don't like anything this sweet on my ribs. Pork, I would try it on a pork chop. If I was having like an apple compote or something with it, I'd try it. You have to be really careful though, because putting hyper sweet stuff there can sometimes give you results that you are not necessarily wanting. Fried chicken, maybe once, probably not a lot. Scallops, no. Bad spicy shark. Scallops do not need any kind of sweetness or cinnamon. Nope. Cheese, I don't like cinnamon and cheese together. Marinades, that's not how I use honey for. Tea, I do drink a lot of tea. Black tea. Black. No milk, no sugar, no honey. If I'm not man enough to drink it straight, I don't want it. Same kind of goes for hard liquor when I have that. So I would not be putting this in there. Actually, probably not any beverage. Maybe if I was feeling under the weather and I was going to have a little bit of a lemon honey tea, maybe a little bit of a lemon honey ginger drink, possibly even something like that, then yes, I would consider doing this because I would actually not mind that habanero in there at all. All right, let's give this another blast here. I'm just not getting. I mean, as far as honeys go, so this part's a bit frustrating. I'm trying to see what kind of heat charge I get out of it. I'm gonna call it a default 1. But there is a really nice bitey build to it, and I feel like if I ate more of it, then I probably could get a legit 1 out of this. I really do feel that. So this is probably gonna be a little bit too spicy for most people, but the problem I run into is I can't. You can see I have not had a lot of this. I just opened this bottle. We're just down, we're down here, almost to the label. What prevents me from eating more of this, I love honey, but what prevents me from eating more of this is that cinnamon, because I can't get past that. I have some and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to keep pressing to try to find a heat charge here. I'm just not going to do it. If they had pulled cinnamon out, I would be chasing this. I'd definitely run this past the label to try to see what kind of burn I can get out of this. But the cinnamon, not a fan, and just that flavor and me are not pals. So this one, I'm just not going to be. I'll be using in that application probably. I might try it on some chicken strips, possibly. most of the time I don't like honey on chicken strips. I like stuff that is punchier. But, you know, I mean, maybe I'll put in a barbecue sauce or something too if I still have it. You know, by the time that comes around, I probably won't though because, you know, I try to work out 3 to 4 times every week. And so that is 3 to 4 times I'm using a honey. And you saw me in some of the other videos for the peanut butter ones. Check those out if you haven't already, where I use a raw honey, which is my preference, by the way. But this one, I mean, I whip through it. I go through honey and peanut butter, you know, at a pretty, pretty steady pace. So, but okay, so let's talk about where I'm going to put this. Heat-wise, like I said, it's so far pretty moderate, but I think it could get a legit one, which is still pretty moderate for me. Taste-wise, I like the flavor to a degree. I just don't like a lot of it. When I had it with that peanut butter, the nice thing about putting it with this peanut butter is it kind of wiped out a lot of that cinnamon. So I really just got a nice bit of heat from the habaneros, and I got the honey, which perfect, flawless. I think the combination of honey is fine. Those three together, alfalfa, goldenrod, and it was either clover, excellent, all good there. Their use of cinnamon, I really, really hope that they come out with a version that doesn't have cinnamon in it, because I would love that. That would be fantastic for me. Preferably if it was even like maybe a raw honey. Just a thought. So, as this is, it's hard to see spending, you know, I can get that jar of the raw honey for actually a little bit less than the price of this. And it's hard for me to say I would prefer to spend my money on this. I just, flavor wise, it's just not there. So I guess I'll just leave it there and we'll kind of roll with that. But so anyway, there it is. Sort of a conflicted, I guess, bit of commentary here on the Spicy Shark Hot Honey.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.